All right, so we now. Ooh. Well, that was not what I wanted. We now have to continue whatever it is that we're doing. So let's get started on that. Bum, bum, bum. Yes. Nope. I got the shotgun.
Shit!
What in the...
Jesus Christ.
Chased the source. Destroy a source point. Well, that's just messed up. Okay, well, that was just weird and I screwed it up. Yeah, let's burn that crap. Oh, there's more than one. Well, that was just wonderful. Okie
Need to catch
dokie.
up with Tor.
Oh. Well, I don't want to go that way, though. Not yet.
This must have been Tor's.
He finally dropped the hammer. What do we got? Lost and found. Mittens, homemade. A notebook full of daily meal plans. A nice fountain pen. An antique hair clip. Very pretty. Address inquiries to your friend Rose. I found a box of ammo for a hunting rifle in the cafeteria. Rose, I think you left some behind again. You really should be more careful. Take a tip from Vlad, a fellow weapon enthusiast. Always lock it up. Come collect it from me whenever you can. I brought that tea you said you liked. I can make you a cup if you want. Right, which I have it though, so... Well, someone had some fun here. Cynthia? What did we tell you? Alright, what we got? Oh, there's more bandages. Well, that's not good. What is he trying to do?
Anderson, you come out of here this minute. That water is bad for you. Tor, wait!
Oh my goodness gracious. Rose, like a babysitter.
Weaver, I know it's you. This kind of behavior is not okay. Let him go. Tor!
Really? You know it's her and you're not doing anything.
Damn.
Find a way to the overlap. Talk to Rose at the pond. Hey, look, it's a gazebo. Hiking and climbing prohibited. Wonderful. I thought there'd be a manuscript page in here. Just, it felt right. Odin loses an eye. Again? For summoning. It's not even this one.
1988. A face-off between deities on the rim of Cauldron Lake, high above its dark waters. Thunder roared. The old gods facing something even more powerful. Something harder to define even. Or, changing the perspective, raving lunatics all, caught up in the frenzy of a shared delusion. The old gods, the corsairs of the Sea of Night, and the Dark One who yearned to stand in between, who had always stood in between, who would soon stand in between. We help you, you stay away from our family, Tor Anderson snarled over the thunder. Yes, until you all come to me, came the answer. That's never gonna happen, shouted Odin. I will take this as collateral. Shall you remember our deal, said the Dark One.
Oh, was
Blood
I.
belched from Odin's face as he fell to his knees. Lightning hit the dark figure on the cliff, and with that, he was gone.
I see.
Tor rushed to his brother. Are you alright, bro? Effectively blind in that moment, the eye patch covering his left eye, his hand over the now empty socket of his right, blood oozing out of it. Odin cursed.
So he always
The
used the eye
bastard took
patch,
the
but
wrong eye.
yep. But I think it did that on purpose there. Not gonna lie. Dang, it is getting darker out. We'll be right there, Cynthia. Or Rose. Rose Tyler! Alright, let's go talk to her. What do you know? What happened
What
to
was
Tor?
that? Where did Tor go?
What on earth do you mean, Saga? Tor is resting in the wellness center. Remember?
What?
We
Uh-huh.
both saw him go into the pond. Okay.
Are you fucking with me? Or is this a story again?
Now. Let's cool it with the language.
She's clearly lying to me. Why?
Oh, God, no. Because she's already done all this before. Into the pond.
Tor disappeared into the pond. It's another overlap.
Yep.
Has to be. How do I get inside?
Whoops. Need to find a way inside. Cynthia and Tor. An overlap ritual. Of course. Still for later. Whatever. Isn't it just one more now? Well, even if it is, it's not telling me about it.
Rose watched Tor go into the pond. Why is she lying to me?
Because she thinks she's crazy.
#1 fan.
Ah.
The hero will say Wake has returned. We're all characters in his story. Gee whiz.
I'm not his fucking character. But I can use that phrase to make Rose stop lying to me. Wake has returned. Cynthia
Right.
took Tor. What happened to her?
When the darkness touches your head, your bookshelf gets shuffled.
You would
I put her
know.
lamp in the shoebox. What do you call a lamp lady without her lamp?
Is Rose
Darkness.
talking about Cynthia or herself? Or both?
I was gonna say maybe both. Wait till Rose to look for the hero. She won't help anyone else. Rose knows what's going on here. If I tell her that Wake has returned, maybe she'll think I'm the hero and help me.
Rose. Wake has returned.
Oh my god.
Oh
You're
my
the
god.
hero. You're here to save Alan.
I don't
I feel
know.
so silly for trying to keep you out of the wellness center. I locked Tor and Gale in there after they lost it, and I didn't want you getting hurt.
Yeah, I found
Before
Gale, I
forget,
think.
Here's the page Wake told me to give you. Oh, and you'll need my keys to get around.
Lady, you are so excited. I'm glad you're not as crazy as you look, though,
Saga
from the
jabbed
last
the
one.
selector on the jukebox, the missing record in its place. Saga couldn't have found it without Odin's help. A light bloomed in through the garden window.
The horror story beat me to Tor. I have to rescue him. The key to this overlap is an old Gods of Asgard record. Odin will know more.
So, where is
What
Tor?
happened to Tor just now?
Cynthia took him. Ugh, I knew someone was messing with Tor's head. There's something wrong with the water here. Pipes acting up, black stuff coming out. Cynthia's probably behind that too.
Does
Probably.
Cynthia have any connection to the cult of the tree?
Oh no, she's way too frail for that. But she used to be this town's best defense against the forces of darkness. Well, after Alan.
Right. I mean, that is
But I guess
true.
it finally got her.
It must have become dark in the place, and it must have just taken her. I've been
You're the
finding
one leaving those
lunchboxes.
Alex Casey lunchboxes around, aren't you?
Guilty.
Yep.
The only
I knew
Alan-branded
it.
containers I could find online. He told me to destroy the Taken around town, and I needed some way to stash my gear. I even recruited Mandy May to make knitwork decorations to mark the sites.
Yeah, I
The
noticed.
stashes are for you too, you being the hero and all.
Right.
Thanks. I already have been.
You communicate
Wake is
with
in
Wake?
custody. How have you been in contact with him?
He leaves me messages in funny places, like the newspaper, books.
Does he
Once
really,
even
though?
wrote to me with a cloud. If it's something really important, he tells me in a dream.
Okay.
Why isn't his
What
wife
does he do
able?
with these clouds?
Ways I can help him, how I can stay safe, good dinner recipes, ways to kill Taken, lots of stuff. I've been finding
That's
some pages
weird.
of writing lately too, so he must be working on a new book.
Two of them.
Exciting.
I have missed you, Rose.
Wake tells you how to kill Taken?
Oh, sure. You're the hero, so you must know all about it. All
I
you
do,
need
but how
is
do
a
you?
Strong light, and then your conventional methods of extreme violence. Simple stuff. The tough part is hiding the bodies.
They used to
I honestly
disappear.
don't know how to react to this.
Just doing my part, sister.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to react either, but,
you need
you
to get the
know.
residents out of here. It's not safe.
Oh, this kind of stuff rolls right off their backs. They've lived very rich lives. Very resilient. But I already told everyone to wait at the designated muster point on the front porch. We run drills every few months. I'm so proud of them.
I'm impressed by how prepared you are.
She's had 13
Pretty used to this
years.
kind of thing.
Oh, boy. Saga opens Valhalla nursing
Saga
home
jabbed the
overlap.
selector on the jukebox. The missing record in its place. Saga couldn't have found it without Odin's help. Standing there, Saga felt exposed, expecting the shadows to come alive. The needle crackled on the vinyl. The song swelled. Odin had said it was written for her and her mother. Her grandfather's apology. The lamentation of an old man. His heart was broken, sinking into darkness. Odin had said that the song would be a way to know Tor, a way to find him. A light bloomed in through the garden window. That's where Tor had vanished into the pond.
Interesting.
Saga knew what she had to do.
Alright, back to Aurian. The record.
The page mentions a missing record. Do you know where it is, Odin?
I do.
Driven by passion, raging like a storm. Your grandfather made the song to apologize to your mother, Freya, and to you.
Her mother was Freya?
Your mother did the right thing, leaving with you,
Wow.
even if it broke your grandfather's heart. And mine.
Aww.
Listen to the song, Saga. It's all there. Tor only had one record made. He keeps it in the museum.
Odin knows my mom's name.
Duh,
He said
Freya.
my mom took me away when I was still a baby. Plausible.
Yeah.
Stay on task. The record is in the museum.
Torvald didn't because Cynthia was confusing and messing with his head. Why is Cynthia going to such trouble to get Tor out of the picture? That's a good question.
The page says the record will open the overlap. Or is the page predetermining it? Am I
Maybe.
just playing into the story?
Overlap. Alright. There is only one copy of the record Tor kept in the nursing home's museum. They kept the record in the museum. Must have been important to them. Darn straight it was. Alright. Mom moved away with me because of Tor. Tor wanted to apologize but never got the chance. Why did Mom leave? From the few things Mom said, this is actually plausible. Is it really true? What did Tor do to make my mom leave? Wake has been instructing her how to kill Taken. She believes she's been working for him. Alright. Not a cult member. She's certainly eccentric, but it doesn't seem like she's part of the cult. Jocko, Elma, Bloom, Mulligan, and Thornton, all cult members. Jocko or Elma were cult leaders. The story. Can I finally use it? No. Rose. The lunchbox, yep, has been for the hero.
Rose Marigold left these lunchboxes for me.
So it was Rose who left the
Alan
lunchbox.
Wake
Guess
apparently
it's fine
told
that
her
I've
to.
been looting them, seeing as I'm the
I could say
hero.
you were one.
For using the supplies to kill Taken for Wake. Now I gotta get it back there because it reset. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna guess no. Okay.
I I need bolt cutters.
Well, that ain't gonna happen, is it? A conversation with who? Hello, guys. Where are they? I hear them, and I don't see them. Ah,
Come to the emergency muster point.
I see that around light.
You
Stay on the
all should
porch.
stay out here a while. Until it's safe.
I'm happy to get out of that house. Isn't it strange that I've lived in Bright Falls my whole life, and I can't remember this building?
The house has always been here, Norman.
No, it hasn't.
Remember when that poor Nora girl drowned in the bunker? Those Andersons got it so cheap because it's haunted. You get what you pay for.
Any other residents missing?
Is there anyone who didn't show up?
A few. Artie, Gil, Cynthia.
If they aren't here by now, then they aren't coming.
Well,
It's important to be
Cynthia's
punctual.
the villain of the
I'd
chapter.
like to point out that our nightly decaf coffee service is almost
Gale,
half
I
an
think
hour
I
behind
killed.
schedule.
Tell me about
Have
Cynthia
any of you
Weaver.
noticed anything odd about Ms. Weaver?
Just that Tor won't leave the poor woman alone. That brute wants one thing, and one thing only.
Cynthia's gotten downright bossy. Take a swim in the pond, Norman. Drink some water, Norman.
So
Now,
she's
no
been
one
trying to
tells
corrupt all of
Norman
you.
McDonald what to do.
I've heard your radio
Hello
show.
there. Are you Pat Moon from the radio?
That's me. And you're the federal agent everyone's been talking about.
Yep,
Would you have time for an interview at some point?
maybe.
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of in a hurry right now. Love your show, though. Very informative.
Thank you. Never
Aw.
compromise on quality. That's my motto. We'd be happy to have you on the show anytime, me and my listeners.
Are you injured, Mandy May?
Mandy May, are you all right? You're bleeding.
Oh, how did that happen?
Oh, no, Mandy May. Oh, no.
Oh, don't be a crybaby, Norman. It's nothing. I just poked my finger knitting this monster of a blanket.
Uh-huh. Okie dokie, guys. I'm gonna go in now and, weird stuff, you know. Another manuscript page. And Odin needs help. Odin's stuck in bed.
Odin Anderson stirred in
All
his
right,
bed,
let's see.
his vision hazy, smudged. He felt weighted down by an ocean of dark water. Through the haze,
Not a lake, it's an
he
ocean.
made out Saga. Odin felt useless. He wished he could tell Saga how his silly faces made her smile when she was young. Too young to remember. Odin used to joke that Tor was her grandfather, but he was the Allfather. He smiled at the memory. Odin was the kinder of the Anderson brothers. Tor lacked patience, more volatile.
That feels
The
true.
brothers fought a lot, but they were inseparable. Now Tor was missing, dragged into darkness. Odin could feel it. Time was running out for both of them.
Yeah, we're going in. Trashed hotel rooms and ruined pools. Crowds go wild for the old gods of Asgard Ragnarok tour. Anderson Moonshine. The rock and roll group Old Gods of Asgard are leaving chaos in their wake as they plow through the major U.S. cities on the aptly named Ragnarok tour. The band is breaking their sales records with single toppings the charts and had their latest sold-out concert in Long Beach, California. The fans showed their love for the reckless rockers by showering the stage with lacy unmentionables, black roses, and even full beer bottles. None of this fazed the stars themselves, who embraced the admiration and transitioned from song to song with such gusto that the audience was left catching their breath, eager to keep up with the brothers, Anderson and their cohorts. After-hour shenanigans for the musicians include a pool in a private residential neighborhood left to be emptied and sanitized, in a hotel room nearly destroyed in classical fashion, not to mention the lengthy room service bill gone unpaid. All things point to this band quickly becoming a strong contender to the iconic Hall of Fame rock groups that came before them. Old Gods of Asgard party like their namesakes and give a performance like no other. Be sure to catch them on their tour and bear witness to history. Maybe I should do this one. Oh, nope. I'll do that last. Rock music is the ancient language of the soul, muses Old God of Asgard lead singer. I sit down with the Anderson brothers of Old Gods of Asgard fame in the lobby of a rundown hotel somewhere in downtown Detroit. Currently on their Ragnarok hit tour, the busy band members have only a moment to spare to a fledgling journalist and his questions before running off to the sound check for their concert tonight. How has the reception been? Amazing. The fans understand what we're about. They get rock and roll. They get the spirit. They know we're not here to go around. That's fucking right. Why do you do what you do? I can tell you're new at this, buddy. Why does anybody do what they do? For the glory and the fame? For the money and the sex? Or because you have something inside you that's going to burst out if you don't start using it? It's the latter. That's a good answer. How about music then? Is it about music that compels you? That should be pretty obvious. This is boring me to death, bro. Let's get moving. Sorry, he's always impatient. As they stand up to leave for the tour bus waiting outside, the larger-than-life rocker turns around with one final quote. Music, especially rock and roll, is the ancient language of the soul, man. It's in me. It's godly, and it comes out like a thunderstorm. Old God of Asgard band member dead. The legendary heavy rock band Old Gods of Asgard mourn the loss of their divinely talented guitarist Bob Balder. Fat Bob, as he was affectionately and ironically called, died from complications of a severe illness, leaving his bandmates Owen and Tor Anderson behind. The peace-loving musician will be sorely missed, also by the band's numerous fans. When asked about his loss, Tor Anderson had this to say, "Get the out of my face! Balder is in Valhalla now. He fought cancer like a hero. Bob was too beautiful a soul for this world," added Olden. What this means for the band and their upcoming album remains to be seen. That's Bob. Oh, God.
Anga's remorse. This is the one. But it's gone. Cynthia has the record. She will tell me where to find it.
Framed by the Old Gods of Asgard to memorize the only pressing of unreleased singers, Anga's remorse. The Anderson brothers. A record is missing from the museum. Anger's remorse. The missing record is a one of a kind. The rest are all popular releases. Find Anger's remorse. Well, once I find the save point, that's Pat's room. There we go. Oh boy. I think we gotta go save Odin. I forgot about that. Anger's remorse
is missing. Who took it?
Our shame becomes the pale horse. Oh, Tor. Bro. Tor's love for you is in that song. That's why Cynthia wants it, to ruin him. She made Tor lust after her. We fought one scratching hag years ago. Now he's fallen for another, and we might lose him for good.
We'll try our best.
One less Anderson.
That isn't going to happen. Cynthia has Tor in the overlap. Anger's remorse is the key to get there. I need to make Cynthia reveal its location.
Oh, look at Cynthia. Wow. I mean, she's also gotten older, obviously.
Cynthia targeted Tor specifically. Why him?
Deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. His heart was broken. Cancelled. Leaks started appearing. It was too late. Shut her out of her own case.
The Dark Presence is using Cynthia to keep me from talking to Tor.
Yep. And Anger's remorse.
Where's Anger's remorse now?
Diddy is a young girl in love. A rock and roll cliche. The shadows to come alive. A gift. An on-off death wish.
Oh, God.
She has the record. I can get it out of her.
Anger's remorse. Where is it?
Anger's remorse. Where is it, Cynthia?
Drowned beneath dark water. Too many hands. The bathroom frightened her. Cut short. She screamed.
That bathroom still scared her?
Folks care home.
There it is.
The Anger's remorse record is in Cynthia's room. In her bathtub.
Alright, let's see. Try to drown the record in her bathtub. Although, okay.
A bathtub, a pond, a
Whoops.
lake. There's a theme here.
Cynthia had the record in her bathtub. It better still work. Record was in Cynthia's room's bathtub. Cynthia seduced Tor to keep him away from me. Need to find out where Cynthia hid the record. Cynthia wanted the record. Tor would have done anything, she said. If Tor gave the record to Cynthia, she's the only one who can tell me where it is.
Cynthia took the record, and I brought it back.
I guess he's good there. For a second, I thought I saw Cynthia. Audie and Gale. Oh. Hey, I can go inside Audie's room, though. Yep. 0-0, wonderful. Heard of the Cult of the Tree, Audie?
Do you know anything about the Cult of the Tree?
Yes, yes. He who reaches for a spruce tree will stumble into a juniper. Bloom was one of them. He has kicked empty.
Oh, Bloom was
I
one.
wouldn't want to be in his shoes, but I like his shoes.
Oh, God. You say Bloom was in the cult?
How did you know Blum was part of the cult?
Oh, Fox never runs out of tricks. He's a crazy man, and he will show his ways.
I mean, I guess,
Bloom
yes.
like to talk.
All right. Thank you. I thought there'd be another manuscript page. Building the Valhalla nursing home.
Wheeler set up a foundation with the sales of their greatest hits album. He used the cash to build a nursing facility. The old men deserved it. An old manor in Bright Falls.
Huh.
Wheeler hired a contractor to have it refitted as an
Wish
old
we could
folks
see
care home.
Barry.
At this
I
point,
miss
Wheeler
Barry.
felt good about himself. He had a heart of gold. No need to feel guilty. Wheeler left the work to the contractor and returned to New York City. He had done his part. It was time to turn over a new leaf. The contractors figured out Wheeler was gone for good. They took the money and ran. When
Aw.
the fall rains came, the leaks started appearing.
Oh, a-holes.
Goddamn lights. Key fob's no good without power.
No use crying in the dark place. What has been has gone. But trouble doesn't look like this. You can go to the basement and check the generator.
You're amazing, Audie.
You can never know in which tree the devil sits.
The basement. Thanks.
All right. The basement. That doesn't sound good at all. Wrong one. God, that's scary. Darkness? Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Waiting!
No, I need to reload.
Hunting season is just around the corner.
Yeah. Hunting season, all right. Suck it. Well, what I wanted to do was get them in the dark, but yeah, that didn't work. All right, that one about as interesting as one would think.
Shit.
Yeah, I know,
I
Cynthia.
need to get the power
Oh,
back on.
I wonder if that was what's his face. Well, either way, he dead as a doornail
Key fob's
now,
not
isn't
going
he?
without power.
Oh, okay, I need the key fab. Well, some of this stuff is just forever ruined, isn't it? Remember, buy more fuses. Many more crappy old equipment keeps blowing them. Another manuscript page. Awesome. We can see what it is. Barry's struggle with
Wheeler
artists.
used to be the agent of a manic depressive celebrity writer, Alan Wake.
Yep.
Wake had various addictions on his back. An on-off death wish. Wheeler had seen a thing or two. Wheeler paid a lot of money for a good shrink.
Oh,
Got
God.
himself convinced that all the nightmares he'd seen leading up to Wake drowning himself were just his imagination. PTSD. Now we had pills to keep the shadows from his sleep. But the
Hence
Andersons
American
were something
Nightmares.
else. The nightmares were starting to creep in again. Or maybe it was the drugs in the air. Wheeler hoped it was the drugs.
I bet.
The Andersons were so old. Vampires. After every gig and the party that followed, took them weeks to bounce back. And they never did completely. Each time Wheeler expected them to croak.
But they wouldn't. Ah.
Fuse is blown. Maybe there are spares nearby.
Oh, I do not like the sound of that. I mean, it's right here, right? Interesting. And another manuscript page. Oh, what's this one? Emmett taken. Why does Emmett sound familiar?
Emmett Elwood had had enough. All his life, he'd been surrounded by the same small-minded, impolite, ignorant people in town. Their endless gossip, their nose-picking, chewing food with their mouths open, not washing their hands after visiting the restroom, and touching things. Touching everything. The world was going to hell. He'd watched day after day how all the nice things in life in Bright Falls were spoiled and ruined forever. There would be a just and terrible reckoning. Emmett had imagined many times how he'd make them pay. He had lovingly tended his anger, made it grow hotter. It was out in the open now. Ugly and slobbering, they reached at him with their unwashed hands. He'd beat them down, beat them until they no longer moved. And then he'd wash his hands with a strong antibacterial disinfectant.
Oh, God. I'd rather have the shotgun. Rose, spare fuse is now locked away because someone, Ahti, keeps stealing them. Code in the laundry room. Go figure.
Can't be opened on this side.
All right, I see. I was hoping, but it's all right. Oh?
The power's off.
Darn it. Yotenyo. House of Zane. Renowned filmmaker establishes artist commune in Bright Falls. It does kind of look like Alan, doesn't it? And that must be Barbara Yeager. Thomas Zane, born Thomas Zane in Finland, and his partner, Barbara Yeager, born Baba Yager, in Finland have recently established an artist commune here in Bright Falls. Mr. Zane has purchased the old manor house outside town, and the couple has already settled in. In his home country and internationally as well, Mr. Zane is a well-known and respected auto filmmaker. But that isn't what he was. He was a poem guy. A rising star, already compared to the likes of Stanley Kubrick and Ingrid Bergman. His earlier film, Nightless Night, won a number of European Film Awards. Mr. Zane is currently in the process of filming a feature entitled Tom the Poet. In conversation, Mr. Zane comes across as a charismatic figure with a big dream. He talks about building a hotel and a film studio in the area. He even has a name picked out for the hotel, the Ocean View Hotel. So the Ocean View Hotel was yours, Zane, wasn't it? He even has a name, right? This reporter believes the name has a nice ring to it. Mr. Zane's dream would certainly make Bright Falls a household name if they become reality. Members of the commune clearly feel the same, seeing Zane as a person worth revering, even to a faintly cult-like degree. A person who guides his flock to expand their consciousness and reaches a higher state of artistic inspiration with the aid of magic mushrooms. While the Bright Falls Record does not condone the use of illegal drugs, we hope that Mr. Zane will put our town... So he's either the creator or something of it. Yep. Open sesame.
Cynthia Weaver had always kept her lantern close.
So what happened?
Someone in the bathroom with her. In the dark. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed.
That's how she was finally taken.
Cynthia Weaver hated being old. She'd been a doer, a fighter. Now the bathroom frightened her, afraid she'd break her hip, like Norman. Cynthia had always kept her lantern close, to hold the darkness at bay. Oh dear, my lantern. I think I've lost it.
I don't
Cynthia
know
said.
if I would have thought you would
Put a
ever
smile
have.
back on your face, my dear, a voice said.
Oh
A
no.
man's voice. Someone in the
Mr.
bathroom
Scratch.
with her. In the dark. The light bulb had blown. She meant to replace it days ago. How could she forget?
She
had
was getting
slipped
too old.
out of the tub. She lay in the tub now. She lifted her hand. It looked wrong. Too many hands. In a black void with no sense of up or down, she was underwater. A dark shape pushed her down. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed. It came out in bubbles.
Guess it makes sense. Poor Cynthia. Nope. Must be the code. Code is 273 Rose. If you see this, please remind the residents to leave my stuff alone. I think they hate me. Alright, right here. Okay, no, that's still... Oh, wait, no, I don't have to. I unlocked it, didn't I? Right. All right, the fuse.
There. Power's back on.
Thank goodness. I believe.
Time was running out.
Was it now?
Shit. Careful, Saga.
Right, thanks for reminding me.
Is this something they watch on movie night? That looks just like Casey.
It does,
What
doesn't
the hell
it?
is going on?
Thomas Shane. Yotanyo. That's Alan or Scratch, isn't it? Oh no. Is that of things to possibly come? I don't like the idea. That thought scares me. Fine. Well, this is going interestingly.
It was too late.
It's never too late.
She was underwater.
Oh, you're talking about yourself. For that I am sorry.
The nightmares were starting to creep in.
Wonderful. Thanks, Cynthia. Holy crap. She did have a fight, didn't she?
A dam? Was Cynthia into civil engineering?
I don't know if she was or not, but it is where she was held up for a long, long time.
The
That's
Dark Presence
collected.
uses people's memories, their fears to corrupt them.
Okay. I went down to the basement today to check the lights. I can't trust Blum to do it. Yeah, that was Blum dead down there, wasn't it? He's too slow, but it's getting harder and harder for me to reach them. I can't keep up much longer. Tom's lamp is gone. The lamp with the angel on it. He always loved that lamp. It disappeared from my room. The darkness is here after all these years. It took Tom's lamp. I know it did. The lights are going out more and more. There's no one left to stop it. I can't do it on my own. Not anymore. I have nothing left of Tom now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need Tom's lamp back. I need Tom back. The shadows are moving. There is no more light, no more lamps. I can't find my way out of the room. Someone locked the door. Did I lock it? Maybe Tom did. He probably did it to keep me safe. He is such a considerate man. Barbara doesn't deserve him. Tom could do so much better. Where did Tom's lamp go? I used to have it. I guess he took it back. Yeah, I suppose I did. That's fine. It was his after all. The shadows are moving. Did I write that? Nonsense. There are no shadows. It's just us, Tom and I, forever. I found something funny while I was down there. A newspaper article about Tom, but it called him a filmmaker. Tom didn't make movies. He was a poet. Exactly! But it's been this strange notion since Control. A magnificent poet. I dug around and found film equipment, supposedly also Tom's. What is happening? This isn't right. I know it isn't. Yeah, they've changed it, haven't they?
Close to someone named Thomas Zane. Who is he?
Tom was back. Tom had enemies. In a fancy hotel. Just his imagination. The nightmare started to creep in. Cynthia Weaver smiled.
An old flame.
Yep.
Maybe Tom was taken.
Sort of. An entry from Cynthia's journal. She was afraid of hearing whispers. Cynthia's fears made her vulnerable. That's how she became a Taken. Not wrong.
A power station. Everyone needs a hobby, I guess.
Yep. That's where she was, the old Cynthia. That's the Cynthia I remember. Yes, always.
Did she know about the dark presence?
Oh, heck yeah.
I feel like I'm missing some context here.
No, not really.
I'm guessing the woman in this photograph was not Cynthia's favorite.
It does look like Alan. It really does. No, it was Barbara Yeager. She was brought back.
Tor's a romantic, huh?
For a very special woman, T. So he was smitten with her. I wonder if she ever felt the same way. Toward Cynthia. Looks like Tor fell for Cynthia pretty hard. There's her towel. And a manuscript page.
Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming.
Ouch. Cynthia and Tom.
Cynthia Weaver smiled. Lost without her lantern? Nonsense. Cynthia felt as giddy as a young girl in love. Cynthia had loved Thomas Zane.
Yep.
Tom only had eyes for Barbara. Barbara was bad news. Tom had seen it in the end. Cynthia had been there to comfort him. And when he left, Cynthia waited. Years of waiting. Now Tom had come back to her. They'd be together now. See the world. She'd always dreamed of seeing New York.
So maybe
They'd be there
Alan,
now in a fancy hotel. She drew a
the
bath.
story written by
She'd
Zane.
become like Barbara. No. Better. She sank into dark water. Into Tom. Tom had enemies plotting against him. Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer.
Wow.
Anything for Tom.
Just wow. No.
Anger's Remorse by Old Gods of Asgard. I need to play it in the jukebox.
Man, you need to get there first.
The dark water pressed itself into her.
I know it did. Sounds like you wanted it to happen, though. Oh, Auntie. Didn't like the sound of that.
Top 100 anticipation mixed with fear.
Shining in the darkness. Ignite a hand flare to keep an enemy at bay. Now. I was going to use this. Didn't mean to use a flare. So that was on me. Oh, it's just a light point. That's cool. Anger's Remorse. Yep, let's listen to it. Take control.
The song will show me the way.
The poet and the muse. Children of the Elder God. Oh my god. Balance slays the demon. That's awesome. Anger's Remorse. I want to hear the whole song. Dang. I really like this song. Dang. I really, really, really like this one. So even though I know this is Poets of the Fall, I'm going to say that Tor has a good voice. All for his daughter or granddaughter. That's amazing. Nice. So yeah, that was... Yeah, now it's repeating itself. So once I was looking ahead just to see something. All right. I'm pretty sure we're at the hour 15. Pretty much. Okay. First things first, let's go to the radio. Old Gods of Asgard. So we're missing one. Interesting. Right, he did sing that, didn't he? A few things we gotta find. But, what was that about, Cynthia? I didn't do anything. All right. Where's the shoebox? I'm sure we'll get another. All right. So, we shall go ahead and leave it here. And when we come back, we'll go into the overlap to fight Cynthia and hopefully free Tor. Then it's a collectathon for a bit. Yay! But until then.